Well, you heard the three defendants were charged with malice murder and felony murder, and only Travis McMichael was found guilty of malice murder.
Joining us now to help with the legal terms in this case, Associate Professor of Law at the UW Law School, John Gross. John, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure.
What's the difference between malice murder and felony murder?
So under Georgia law, malice murder was intentional murder. Purposely killing someone, having that specific intent to kill them. Felony murder is when somebody engages or attempts to commit some other type of felony and death results. And in that case, the person is considered to be guilty of felony murder because their conduct was inherently so dangerous and blameworthy that even if it was unintentional that a death results, the law still regards it as murder.
Professor, why so many murder charges against the McMichaels?
Well, there was the intentional murder count that only Travis McMichael, who was the actual person who shot Mr. Arbery, he was convicted of that charge. The other defendants also faced that charge, but the jury acquitted them of that, finding that they did not intentionally kill Mr. Arbery. However, there were many different counts of felony murder attached to the various defendants because they had been engaging in, according to the prosecution, other felonies. They had attempted to kidnap, essentially, Mr. Arbery. They had attempted to strike him with their vehicles, which would be a form of assault. And so if the jury found that they had done any of those other felonies, if they had committed any of those other underlying felonies, and then his death resulted, then they would have found them guilty of the felony murder counts.
So they were claiming a citizen's arrest, not self-defense, as in the Kyle Rittenhouse case.
That's correct. The cases have some similarities, but there are some essential differences in the cases. In Mr. Rittenhouse's case, he was claiming that he was not the aggressor in the case, that he had to act in self-defense. In this case, the three defendants, on the justification that they were attempting to make a citizen's arrest, actually pursued Mr. Arbery and tried to chase him down. And under those circumstances, the jury found that they were, in fact, not entitled to make a citizen's arrest, and therefore they were the aggressors in the case and also not entitled to claim self-defense if, in fact, Mr. Arbery was attempting to disarm the people who were threatening him with a firearm.
All right, Associate Professor John Gross, thank you very much for shedding some light on this for us. We appreciate it.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Happy to be here, and happy Thanksgiving to you too.